Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the LA Clippers tonight. As of this game tonight, it was expected by the Los Angeles Lakers that they were going to lose against the LA Clippers. It was expected. I mean, as you can just see in tonight's game, it was just bad shooting by the Los Angeles Lakers and just bad defense all around. And, due to the injuries, let's just put it out there. The Los Angeles Lakers, they were shorthanded. You not only did not have LeBron James, who's out until next week, and then you have Dennis Schroeder, who has COVID, so he'll be out for at least 10 to 14 days. And then you had THT, who will be out for at least 2 games. And now, with Anthony Davis exiting the game early due, due to back spasms, that tells you that, the Lakers, they are been hit with injuries like no other. And for me, guys, it's just very sad to see this Lakers team the way that they are now. I mean, injuries after injuries. I mean, this is not the Los Angeles Lakers that we know from the beginning of the season, where they just win games like they were like nothing. I mean, much easier games. And, it's just one of those type of situations that the Lakers are just facing a tough season, a heartbreaking season, to be honest with you guys. I mean, this is just what it is. And as I mentioned, the shooting tonight was horrible. And then when it came to defense, it was horrible. I mean, not a lot of the Lakers tonight stepped up to the best of their abilities. I mean, the only two players really that really stepped up in my eyes, and I'm just judging by the stat line. Kyle Kuzma with 25 points leading the Lakers tonight, went 3 of 10 from the three, which it's not the best, okay? But, averaged tonight 25 points for the Los Angeles Lakers. And then when it came to the second player, I mean, Montrezl Harrell, for quite some time, he stepped up for the second unit with 14 points against his former team in the LA Clippers. But when it came to the rest of the Lakers squad, I mean, I'm trying to think about one other player that stepped up, but I can't really think of one. Ben McLemore. I mean, he had 9 points, and I believe he went 3 of 8, or was it like 3 of 6 or something? I mean, it was real close when it came to his stat line when it came to shooting those threes. But other than that, the Lakers tonight, due to the circumstance, they did not step up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I bet you guys we're going to see this more often from the Los Angeles Lakers because of it. Now, we could put some hope out there that the Los Angeles Lakers will have LeBron James coming back very soon, when it comes to him mentioning, or the reports mentioning, that he will be back next week. But will he be 100%? Still remains to be seen about that. And he even put it out there that, he is not at his 100%. I mean, because of that injury he suffered a month ago, it just tells you that this injury of his is really taking a toll on him. And it really looks like that the Lakers, in these next, I believe, 5 games to go, they could potentially end up with the 6th seed, or possibly be in the conversation for the play-in tournament, which, there's some positive and there's some negative when it comes to this particular situation that the Lakers are having. But, I have all faith in the Lakers. They have the capabilities of possibly winning games here and there. I mean, there's a possibility they can win a game I believe last time I checked on the schedules, they could be facing the New York Knicks, so that could be a win. But Julius Randle and those Knicks team, they have been playing very well, and plus they're in the fourth seat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Trying to think about some other teams on the top of my head, but last time I checked, I mean they're going to be facing the Phoenix Suns in one of those type of matchups. Portland Trailblazers is one of the that's I believe in a couple of days. So it's going to be a rough schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I just hope if they have the capabilities and just have other players just step up to the best of their abilities, then they can win games like these. But it's just still remains to be seen about that. Um, it's just sad, really is. So I'm gonna really keep this video short because it just sucks when it comes to talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and their struggles. I mean, it's like a repeating type of thing when it comes to my videos now. We all know the circumstances of the Los Angeles Lakers. As I mentioned, they lost LeBron James. They lost Anthony Davis in the beginning before LeBron James got injured, and now this time they lose Anthony Davis this time around due to back spasms. So he is, we don't know when he's going to come back. So um, last time, this back spasm, so I don't know how long a player can be out for because of that, but it could be just a couple of games. But still remains to be seen about that. And then Dennis Schroeder, he's not going to be back until probably playoff time. 14 days for COVID. He needs to be in that health and safety protocols. And then who else? THT. Yeah, 2 games out, but he will be back in these next couple of games. And I believe that's it. I mean, it's just we need our players to stay healthy. We need them back, but injuries do happen in this league, and when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, they just are one of those type of teams in that conversation, and I just hope that they come back very soon and just have the capabilities of just start winning games for the Los Angeles Lakers in these next couple of games. And the whole aspect of the Lakers now going into the end of the season is that are they going to be in the 6th spot or maybe the 5th spot behind the Dallas Mavericks, or will they end up in the play-in tournament? It's just still remains to be seen about that, guys. And I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about this Los Angeles Lakers team. Guys, it's just not looking good for the Los Angeles Lakers. I hate to talk this way. I love to talk positive when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, but there's nothing really to really talk about when it comes to the Lakers in this situation that they're in. It's just, as I mentioned, with the injuries, it's just taking a toll on the Los Angeles Lakers. And I just hope that they just turn things around. I hope they do, because, we need it more than ever, because, they can play in the play-in tournament and have all the Lakers that I mentioned that are out right now just come back when it comes to the play-in tournament and just beat the team that they have to face in the play-in tournament, and then end up facing a team, possibly maybe the Dallas Mavericks or maybe the LA Clippers, the Denver Nuggets. So there's just a lot of scenarios that the Lakers could do when it comes to the play-in tournament that could be a positive for them. But at the same time, with injuries keep on occurring, you never know. Things may turn out bad when it comes to the Lakers in the play-in tournament. That's why I think they should secure a seat, possibly the 6th or maybe the 5th, that could just build some leverage for the Lakers when it comes to facing a team like the Denver Nuggets or the Dallas Mavericks or stuff like that. So I just hope things just turn around for the Lakers moving forward, and we just have to, Lakers Nation, we just have to, fight through this. We've been in worse situations. Okay, 2012, 2013, we've been there. But I just hope that we just, I mean, there was a drought, for at least 6 years without the Lakers being in the playoffs. And, it's just, we've been there. But this type of situation is just another stance on the Lakers and the Lakers nation that we stand strong and just, fight through this because, and just support our teams and support the organization and support our players. That's all what we have to do when it comes to the circumstances that we're in. And just hope the Lakers just turn things around. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please make sure to subscribe to my podcast, ZSPN. My podcast is now on a podcast platform called, I believe, Breaker. If you guys know what Breaker is, it's just another podcast platform. I'm just happy to announce that I am part of Breaker. So if you have a interest in like podcast platforms that you just listen to on an everyday basis, I'm on Spotify. I'm on Radio Public. Anchor is where the headquarters are when it comes to my podcast, and of course, I am now on Breaker. So if you listen to any of those type of podcasts, make sure to subscribe to my podcast ZSPN, and of course subscribe to this channel ZSPN on YouTube, and of course like all my social media sites. ZSPN on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links to all of my social media sites and my podcast and YouTube into the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.